Joe announces his new cornerback. Brandon Graham joins the show to tease a little something, and EJ Smith leans into his YouTube boy persona coming up next on the PHLY Eagles podcast. From the Xfinity studio, this is the PHLY Eagles podcast presented by Bet365 and Ashley. My name is Bo Wulf. To my left, EJ Smith, our Eagles insider at PHLY. Nice to see you, Mr. Smith.
It's good to see you too. I was a little worried that you were going to retire on me mid-season here.
Thought about it.
Yeah, given some of the recent events in Eagles land.
If I had the same, nest egg that Darius did, I might have called out too.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, man, yesterday was like dreary and cold, and it's like if I had millions of dollars,
ain't nobody got the time.
Yeah, would I go to work today? And now,
just to get yelled at by Vic Fangio.
Yeah, right. But say our jobs are pretty fun, so I think I probably would still have gone to work. But you can't fault a guy. Maybe you can. I don't know.
Absolutely not. I mean, a team with as toxic a situation as it seems like they have right now.
Yeah, but if you're an Eagles fan, I feel like you can fault the guy.
I was a little tickled by his retirement announcement, like leading with a picture of him with the Eagles, as if like that's the memory he wants everybody to have.
Yeah, that was a little on the nose.
Right, like
yeah, he had his when he listed the numbers at the end, like 52 is the last number.
Yeah,
I think that probably is more appropriate.
Yeah.
I
mean, to me, it could have been the weather. It could have been the locker room toxicity. It could have also just been, he's too depressed from having to watch Clayton Kershaw have a bad playoff outing.
I think it's probably not the last one there, but yeah.
I can't believe I had to write this down in my notebook. Oh, Clayton Kershaw, it's so sad. Give me a break. 3 innings of that nonsense. I'm not over it. I don't think I'll ever be over it.
So you're doing the hate watch then?
I'm watching the baseball playoffs still, yeah.
I'm not doing the hate watch.
It's not a hate watch.
I need to
just enjoying
for a
playoff
bit.
baseball.
I can't enjoy it. The only way I'd enjoy it is for the hate watch, and I'm not there yet.
Rooting for the Brewers.
Yeah, well, obviously.
Shout out to Ben Harris.
I usually go like root for the team that's playing the team that knocked your team out.
Mm.
But like sometimes there is a validation if they go and win it all.
Sure. I will. Here's one thing here's one Phillies take for you. I don't love the framing of giving the Phillies a pass, like, oh, these were the 2 best teams. The winner of this series is going to win the World Series. Like, it's like the Eagles, the Phillies are the 2nd best team. Like, it's a tough break.
It's not a good consolation.
Get out of here with that. Yeah. Let's,
Yep, I agree.
It's the 2nd round.
Yeah,
they won one
great start. I mean, I actually mean that I don't mean that ironically. Like, we are actually talking about sports. It's been 4 minutes.
I mean, that's a good way to guarantee that we're not going to talk about sports anymore.
Oh no, we're going to
here on a Loopy Tuesday.
Lot to get to.
What do you want to get to?
So we got
tease what's coming up, and then we'll get to the news.
Yeah. So we're going to try something new on this Tuesday.
A little YouTube boy coming up with some ideas.
We're going to call it Tier List Tuesday. Now,
Tier List Tuesday.
As a YouTube boy,
where's the bird pun in there?
I'm not a bird pun. That's your corner. I can't. I can't come in here and try and be you. Who wants that?
No, I don't. Nobody.
So yeah, we're gonna do Tier List Tuesday. We're gonna revisit the Eagles
Happy new tier.
We're gonna revisit the Eagles offseason moves, and we're gonna put them in tiers. But we should start with news. We should talk about Eagles news. But I think we're gonna have some stuff to get through. Maybe some arguments, and I'm looking forward to it.
We'll also be joined by Brandon Graham earlier today from the set of the Unblocked podcast. Don't want to miss tomorrow's episode at 11 o'clock. I don't know. I don't know. Who does? I mean, do the Eagles in that roster? A little bit.
I mean, we should start with that. I want to hear your thoughts on the Darius Smith retirement and the state of the Eagles edge rusher group. Let's put Brandon Graham to the side for a second.
And some news from Vic Fangio at today's press conference, which we will call, AJ, the big deal, presented by Cherry Hill Mitsubishi. The big deal. I was not a coordinator today. You were. Vic just came out and said who his starting corner is.
Yeah.
Essentially.
He said it's probably Adore. Right now, it'd probably be Adore. Always appreciate how brief and to the point Vic Fangio is on these matters. And yeah, he talked about the fact that the way that the game went against the Giants, that they were leaning more toward Adore. Obviously, Keely Ringo got benched for like one series before Quinyon Mitchell came out. So I think it was obviously leaning that way. But yeah, Vic Fangio came right out there and said that they need someone to settle into that job, which I think is, I mean,
and frankly plays into the offseason what ifs that we will get to.
Yeah, exactly. And it's also important to note that Vic Fangio, who is usually probably the most honest coach when it comes to injury stuff, said that it remains to be seen whether Quinyon Mitchell will be available for the Sunday against the Vikings.
Yeah, I mean, I know you got Carson Wentz probably starting.
Is it probable? I
don't know.
It seems up in the air right now. Like JJ McCarthy is like a limited participant in practice. So,
and whoever it is, I mean, it could be me at quarterback. Justin Jefferson going up against Ringo and Adoree Jackson is a pretty salivating proposition for the Vikings.
Yeah, especially like this isn't like that Bucs game where you're going to hide a guy and like get lucky that they don't test him. Like Vic talked about how good Kevin O'Connell's system is, how they set things up and everything's married together. I'm sure that they will have whoever's out there under a microscope.
Did you take that as kind of a subtweet of the offensive staff?
I didn't, but I did think about like the contrast between like what this Vikings offense, how they feature players, how they scheme things open, how they make it easy on the quarterback compared to the Eagles offense.
It's really impressive when you watch that offense. I mean, they have these really good players, but they find a way to get them in situations that are advantageous.
What a novel
concept. Really interesting.
Yeah. I don't think it was a subtweet or a sub whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did notice the contrast for sure.
Okay, what did he say about the edge group and Zadarius Smith's retirement?
He kind of acknowledged like that you want help at every position probably, but I think more on the nose, we've heard him say in the past that like that their edge group is fine, they're getting fine production from their edges, and yeah, obviously like they don't have the star power, but they also just don't have like the bodies. And Vic has talked before about not being overly reliant on a good rotation of edge rushers. He can really get through a game with, he said, 3 guys before. Right. But I think he didn't come right out and say like, yeah, we need help at that position, but he also didn't really downplay the notion that they are thin there. So, I thought it was interesting. He didn't really have much to say about Antoine Power-Island. Like, I was curious if that was somebody who might, I mean, listen.
You were surprised by that?
I mean, not surprised, just just noteworthy that he said like he's been in and out. He's done a good job on scout team, but not much more. I think that they're going to have to address this position before the trade deadline.
Do you think they'll make a splash? I know you and Rich talked about potential options yesterday.
I feel like they will. I feel like the opportunity will be there. I think. What did you think of the analogy we made? Like edge rushers are kind of like relievers in baseball, where like it's kind of a less strings attached position that you can theoretically add them at the trade deadline and get good production from them. And you really like the competing teams have more value for those types of players in a team that maybe doesn't foresee themselves making the playoffs.
I thought, one, you were a good partner because you were very impressed by Rich coming up with that on the fly. I thought it was good. I don't know that you needed to fawn over him for an hour.
All right. That sounds like sour grapes. Sounds like personal. Sounds like
no, my honest take is that I think that this is something that the Eagles have learned, that this is not always the case.
Yeah.
In theory, edge rusher feels like the one position where you could just add a guy and tell him go get the quarterback, and that wouldn't be super hard. In practice, the Eagles have failed at this, and it's actually why I think they are probably interested in bringing Brandon Graham back, because there is less guesswork there, scheme wise, culture wise, all that stuff. From Zadarius Smith to Robert Quinn to any of these mercenary type guys who they brought in, they don't always. It's not always as seamless as it feels like it should be. And so I think that's part of the reason why I think they are interested in that. But I also don't think that is the solution to what ails this defense.
Yeah, I think that there is like the human element. Maybe from a schematic standpoint, it's not hard to get an edge rusher up to speed in a system. But I think that like when you look at even across the league, like the history of trade deadline moves, there's a lot of misses in there. Not to say that there aren't hits. I mean, there are players that come in and either like make an impact right away or just become like a long-term part of the whatever team they end up with. I think that it is harder though than maybe we like. It seems like there's an uptick in trades around the trade deadline. It seems like more and more teams are willing to make those moves. It does seem like the human element maybe hasn't caught up, where like the players, like it does seem like a lot of guys struggle with that mid-season change.
How do you feel like about the name for a restaurant called the Cumin Element?
The cumin element. I mean, I like cumin. So what are we talking, like a taco place or something?
Just all cumin.
You need more than cumin. I give that like a C minus. You know, if I were putting that in the tier list,
Cumin robot.
that's worse.
Oh, the humanity.
Not
as good.
They're getting worse.
I think the Cumin Element is good.
It's okay. It's like it'd be in the meh tier.
All right, that'll do it for the big deal presented by Cherry Hill Mitsubishi. Okay, anything else from Vic Fangio?
Not a whole lot from Vic. Michael Clay talked about the kick return issues. Basically said it's a catch mechanics issue from those guys.
They forgot to have hands.
They forgot to catch mechanics.
Mechanics falling all over the place.
He did mention
covered in grease.
It was a good.
It's slippery.
It was a good series of questions from. I'm just gonna plow through it. It was a good series of questions from your good friend Bjorn, aka Zack Baun.
Guy's fallen.
Like asking, like, is it a learned skill or a natural thing to catch a kickoff right now? Like the way that. No, it's a good question.
He asked the same question about Quinyon Mitchell.
Yeah, no, but like the kickoff thing is relevant because it's like, is it natural? Is it something that you need to coach somebody up to do?
Yeah.
And Michael Clay made the analogy of like an electrician. Like you wouldn't want to just like
real blue collar show today.
Well, it's
mechanics,
like,
electricians.
Yeah, right. You wouldn't want to have. He's like, you wouldn't want to have an electrician that isn't trained in your house, and all of a sudden all your electricity's out. It is like it's a hard thing that they need to learn. And then ZB had a good follow up.
So
like,
would you then consider trading multiple draft picks for an electrician?
Somebody without experience, yeah. Like then why? Like John Mechie and Tank Bigsby did not have extensive kick return experience. So like, what was the rationale there? Michael Clay didn't have like. You know, he didn't really elaborate on the decision making. I think it's fair. It's a decision made above his head, but
sure.
It is just like glaring. Again, it's like when they traded for Tank Bigsby, I remember the emergency pod, like, you know, the messaging from the team being something that you guys didn't agree with and that I understood the skepticism of, but it has seemed, at least in the short term, that this is what they viewed Tank Bigsby as a return specialist, and it's really backfired for them.
Yeah, not ideal.
Yeah.
How about Mr. Patullo?
Yeah, he said that they have had some productive meetings. He said yesterday that the offensive meeting was productive and that there was a lot of feedback from players. Honestly, like, you know, I know that we've spent a good amount of the last couple Tuesday shows talking a lot about what Kevin Patullo said. To me, it's like kind of a lot of the same stuff. And It's like, I think at this point, it's like the product on the field is what we're going to have to keep a close eye on. Not to say that his press conferences aren't important. Like we ask the questions and, you know, we get answers, but I think there are a lot of times that he's like trying to like tiptoe around something or just talking in generalities in a way that like isn't all that instructive, I would say.
Okay. With that, EJ, let's head to break. And on the other side, we're going to begin this tier list of the Eagles offseason moves with the YouTube boy. If your home needs a little TLC, don't go chasing waterfalls. No. If you're dreaming of that next big vacation, or maybe even to see one of your Philly teams play on the road, listen up. Because TrueMark Financial's HELOC Select just got even better. Rates just dropped, making it more affordable to put your home's equity to work. If you need a new kitchen or big repairs, maybe knock out some debt. With HELOC Select, you can access your cash all at once or just when you need it. Total flexibility, just like a good game plan. Make it happen today. Visit one of TrueMark's 24 branches or head to truemark.com/PHLY and get in the game today. That's TRUEMARK.com mark.com/PHLY. Federally insured by the NCUA, Equal Opportunity Lender, NMLS 404938.
So Bo, watches the show yesterday and, hears me talk about the fact that his setup was a total mess. Says, you know what, EJ, why don't you come over and watch the Monday night game? So he invites me over again. And again, his setup, total mess. Lagging, buffering, switching between apps, trying to find the game. He claimed he was a big fan, but I felt like I've been fan fished twice now in 2 days. So if you call yourself a football fan, you've got to have Xfinity. It's the ultimate sports destination. I can find the best games and my favorite teams all in one place. And the way I watch, not this guy over here, next level. It's the perfect fan flex. I've got all the action in my living room, plus Xfinity's best picture and sound with enhanced 4K. So clear, it feels like I'm in the stadium. Sometimes I've got 4 games going on at once because why not? On top of that, I get real-time notifications and live stats right on my TV. It's the best seat in the house every time. Next game day, make sure that big fan isn't a big fail. Learn more at Xfinity.com. Xfinity, imagine that. Restrictions apply. Multi-view requires Xfinity 4K capable TV box.
You know that wasn't my house, right?
So where was it?
I don't know. Kevin Patullo's house? You think all us white guys look the same? It wasn't me.
I do not think you and Kevin Patullo look the same, for the record.
All right. Take it away.
What do you mean take it away? All right. We're going to go through.
What are our tiers here?
All right. So we are going to go through the
Tiers from Heaven.
Off-season moves. That's a good one.
It's not a good one.
I mean, Tiers from Heaven, at least it's better than your last couple. I like that one. We're not going to call it
Tiers for Fears.
No, it's worse.
Okay.
You got any more? Or you want
Tier
me to
1
go?
imports.
No. Getting worse. Getting progressively.
Tearing aids.
All of these would be in the costly mistake tier.
Okay.
So let's unveil the tier list here. We are going to go through.
Give me a tearful.
Off-season moves. This is a little bit in light of the Isaiah Rodgers reunion coming
Lake
up this
Teary.
week. And yeah, we're gonna go through
Chugging tears.
We're not going to put anybody in until we have an agreement or until we concede.
Tears in the headlights.
Tears in the headlights is okay. And if
King Tear.
That was awful. Like, what even is that?
King Lear.
No, that's bad. If we can't agree on one of these guys, we're gonna let the chat decide.
Okay.
All right. So we'll do some will be rapid fire.
Tear gas is good.
No, it's not. Come on. It's inappropriate.
That's inappropriate.
I did say that Julia should be OJ on the show yesterday, so I don't have room to talk.
Okay.
We should call her OJ.
Does she want that?
I mean, I guess we should make sure.
If the glove fits, she needs to quit.
She does not need to quit. Don't put that out there. She's
okay.
All right. You ready to do this?
Yes.
Tier list. Again, as Bo has alluded to, I am a YouTube boy through and through, and I love a tier list. So you can't let me down here.
Okay.
You're also going to need to let me know who some of the people are because I can't.
Tell me the name of the tiers one more time.
All right. So the tiers are move of the offseason.
Okay.
Good value. Worked out fine.
Okay.
And then meh, which, self-explanatory. Probably wouldn't do it again. And costly mistake.
Okay. And these are both the moves that they did make and the moves that they didn't make.
Correct. Yes. We're going to go through the departures and the acquisitions, the trades. I think what we should do is let's not be afraid to use move of the offseason for something should just be there. Like something has to be the best.
Okay.
We can either add a few to it in the process, or we could try to graduate one thing from good value to move the offseason. Let's see how it goes.
Okay. And now is this dynamic? Andrew, you're able to do this live? Okay.
Yep. Andrew's got us.
All right. And we can just start anywhere? Or are we going to go in order?
Let's go in order. Again, you're going to have to help me
I
with some of
can't.
these.
This is tough. Who is top left there? Is that Isaiah Rodgers?
That doesn't look like
I think it's Isaiah Rodgers and then Slay and then Bradbury. Is that right? It's tough. Here, I'm gonna do who I can see.
Okay, let's do that.
All right. All the way to the right on the top row, is that Avonte Maddox?
Oh, yeah.
All right. I'm putting Avonte Maddox at worked out fine.
Yeah, I think Avonte Maddox has worked out fine. Is good. I have everybody here now. I just zoomed in on it. So
Okay.
top left is Isaiah Rodgers. Do you want to do him first? Or you want to save him?
Let's save him.
Okay, let's go. Slay is next to him. Let's do Slay.
Slay is interesting because it's in conjunction with Isaiah Rodgers. And I know that they wanted to get out, they wanted to move on from that contract. But I think you could have cut him with the post June 1st designation and then brought him back.
Yeah.
And I would have done that if you had told me that Isaiah Rodgers was gone. And I
Yeah.
would have rather done that than sign Adoree Jackson. And I don't think it would have been that much more expensive.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, process-wise, I didn't have too much umbrage with the Darius Slay departure, but with the benefit of hindsight, like, you had probably, like, the bet you made on Adoree Jackson wasn't any better process. So I actually probably would put him in, wouldn't do it again, as in I wouldn't let him sign somewhere else. I would re-sign him.
And when did Slay sign?
It was a little bit later.
Because was it after the draft? No, it was before the draft.
Yeah.
Because you could,
with the Steelers, though.
Yeah, I think that's probably too much. So
right.
I would actually go here with.
I'm gonna go meh.
I would go meh.
I think worked out fine would be a little bit too.
I agree with that.
Too strong here.
All right, so Slay goes there. Who's next?
James Bradbury.
Jimmy Brad's good value.
Yeah,
I mean,
good value.
It didn't actually turn out to be good value.
It's
but
good value not to have paid him.
Yeah, right decision.
Kenny Gainwell.
Kenny Gainwell.
Signed here. I'll get his contract info up for you here.
I mean, I don't think I like Kenny Gainwell. He's had a nice season so far for the Steelers. I don't think him being on the Eagles would have changed anything.
Yeah, I agree. He signed for a little under $2 million.
I would say worked out fine.
Yep, I agree. Honestly, you could make an argument that Kenny Gainwell would be solid value, like not having paid him.
I guess, but not. It didn't turn out to be that way because they didn't spend that money. Why? Although, but yeah, I think you're right. Yeah. I think that's fine.
Also, Andrew, Isaiah Rodgers is the one that's in solid value. We want James Bradbury there instead, I think, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry, that's yeah. All right.
Okay.
Mekhi.
So where's Gainwell going?
Gainwell should go. You want to put him in worked out fine instead of solid value?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay. All right, Mekhi Becton. Now this is one where I thought the Eagles did the right thing process-wise.
Yeah, I agree. And I don't think Steen has been individually the thing that's been plaguing the run game.
No, but I think that the run game would be better if Mekhi Becton were here. Yeah. I do. I mean, they might not be as good pass blocking. I don't think that this has worked out as well as I was expecting.
So would you put it and wouldn't do it again? Would you go that far? I don't think they'd sign him. I think even if they could
I would still go meh.
Yeah. The only argument
now you got a qualifying comp pick for him probably in the formula.
Yeah, because like if you told me they were signing him to be like, I mean, I guess the one argument you could make is that like if he's still here, now Tyler Steen is your sixth offensive lineman.
Right.
And then you probably feel pretty good about the depth that you have on the interior line.
I'm still going 20 million. I'm still going meh.
2 years, 20 million.
But that's incentive laden, right? I think it's not.
Yeah,
really
it's true. Yeah, it's 7 million fully guaranteed. Yeah. Okay, I'm okay with meh. But it's funny because if you told me that, if you told me before, if you asked me this before the season, I would have probably put it in worked out fine.
I agree.
Yeah, or solid value even.
Yeah.
But now I think it's meh just because of the way the Eagles' run game has looked.
I agree. Okay, who you got next?
I believe that's
Josh Sweat. Oh no, that's Paris Campbell. Wait, who are you looking at?
I'm not looking here. I'm looking here. Making sure.
Look there.
Well, no, it's a little.
It's Paris Campbell.
Okay.
Isn't it?
No. That's Paris Campbell.
Oh, Milton. I see.
Milton.
Well, then who's that?
Isaiah.
Okay, that is Milton Williams.
Yeah, we put him in worked out fine.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we're
skipping Isaiah.
Okay, Milton. Okay.
I have a hot take with this one.
Okay.
Solid value.
Well, this is one where if we're just grading the offseason, so like I think the Eagles should have extended Milton Williams 2 years ago.
Sure. Yeah, but the decision in the offseason.
But the decision, if it's just starting in the offseason, yeah, I mean they're not going.
They couldn't afford to keep him.
You can't afford to pay that.
Okay, so it's not a hot take. I think it's still solid value, even though like obviously they could use him.
Yeah.
Obviously he's a great player. I still think for what he costs,
I agree with that.
It's solid value that they moved on from him.
I agree with that.
Paris Campbell, I think
borderline move of the offseason.
Are you being
solid value?
Yeah, solid value. Fine. Yeah. All right, Josh Sweat.
I mean, I don't even think you can say this worked out fine. I think
it hasn't. Yeah,
it hasn't worked out fine. I now, realistically, it was either Sweat or Baun, right? And I think they probably made the right decision in Baun, but it hasn't worked out fine. I think you would have to say meh.
Yeah. Do you think they wouldn't do it again? If you could go back, like the time machine scenario, if you go back to the offseason, would you find a way to fit Josh Sweat into your plans, knowing now what you know about the flyers that you took at edge rusher?
I also think that Josh Sweat didn't want to come back.
Yeah, I think he kind of ran his course.
So I can't fully fault the Eagles. It's a big deal.
4 years.
I would just go. I don't think you can say worked out fine. I think it has to be either solid value or meh.
I think
solid value is fine. It's like it's a third, fourth round.
I'll go solid value. He signed for 4 years, $76.4 million with $41 million guaranteed.
Yeah, I think it's okay.
Yeah. All right, Fred Johnson. This is technically letting him walk.
Yeah. So wouldn't do again.
Wouldn't do it again is I mean, no, actually, right? Costly mistake. Letting Fred Johnson walk was a costly mistake. They had to trade back for him.
No, but because this one we talked about, I actually think that this was good process.
Yeah, but by definition, it cost them to bring him back.
But it didn't cost them that much.
It doesn't matter.
Costly is like
by definition, it was costly.
I think this was good process. They were hoping that so they found somebody in the draft.
Yeah.
They didn't. They gave the late rounders a chance in the summer, and then they just traded for him anyway.
I think
this is fine.
I think we're going to be generous. I'm going to put it in wouldn't do it again.
Yeah.
To be generous, because I think we should also consider the fact that like Fred Johnson probably wanted.
I actually think I'm going to put this in worked out fine. It did. It worked out fine.
I get what you're saying. Okay.
They gave him
I'm going to concede this one to you.
I think this was worked out fine.
Mostly because I do feel like Fred Johnson wanting an opportunity to go somewhere else should be factored in.
Yeah.
But I'm going to keep my eye on the chat.
I think this was good process.
I'm going to keep my eye on the chat on this one. And we're going to see what they think. I think this would be a good one to let the chat decide.
Yeah, we're going to go worked out fine. Let's do it.
For now.
Yeah.
For now. That's Kenyon Green, right?
Kenyon Green.
Are we calling that a costly mistake?
No,
this is Dorian Thompson. Oh,
wait, is it?
All right. Yeah, it is. DTR. Oh, yeah, sorry. I thought we still had Isaiah Rodgers in the corner.
So too, yeah.
Okay,
you
DTR.
Moved that to the end. Okay.
I mean, move of the season.
I mean, they got a pick for it too, right? I think this is move of the offseason.
Yeah,
I know you love Dorian Thompson-Robinson.
Move of the offseason.
And this is the best thing the Eagles did. But for now, I would put that at the top spot. To get a pick for Kenny Pickett and to let Tanner McKee ascend to the number 2 job. Now, they then did have to give up a pick for Sam Howell, but I would still go move of the offseason.
Man, I thought I was going to have to pound the table for him, but let's put him up there.
Listen, I'm a good friend. I'll let you have your favorite player there.
And now Kenyon Green. Are you going to go costly mistake? Wouldn't do it again?
I would say wouldn't do it again. Now, this is just the Kenyon Green aspect of this.
Yes.
Not the CJ Gardner-Johnson aspect of it. And so, yes, I feel like wouldn't do it again means you would still trade CJ Gardner-Johnson. You would just hope for anything different back.
Yeah, you would probably try to find a different developmental offensive line project. Because, I don't begrudge the process. Like, it's basically the process that led to them getting Mekhi Becton the offseason before. So, yeah, I would say wouldn't do it again with the benefit of hindsight there.
I agree with that.
All right, Josh Uche?
Solid value. Don't you think?
Yeah.
They didn't pay him much at all. He's been borderline okay.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. I mean, I actually had lower expectations for him than he is.
Yeah.
He's exceeded them by a good
Me
margin.
too. And he has 0 sacks.
But he's like competent edge rushing snaps, which I wasn't positive he'd give them in the offseason.
Yeah, I agree.
So, yeah, I think solid value is a good one.
Pretty chaste edge group so far, other than Patrick Johnson.
Yeah.
0 sacks for all of them. No sacks.
Yeah, I mean, it's not great.
What a dry spell.
I mean, we'll get to some other edge guys in here that I think are more like illustrative of the mistakes in the offseason.
Well, we will get to those after these words from our sponsors. Here's a fact that blew me away. Mitsubishi Motors is #1 in customer satisfaction with dealer services among mainstream brands and SUV owners. That's not me saying it. That's JD Power, Jordan Davis Power. If you're looking for the most affordable 7-passenger SUV in America, CherryHillMitsubishi.com has you covered with the 2025 Mitsubishi Outlander. Take advantage of their year-end sales event with 0% for 60 months APR, financing on the entire 2025 Mitsubishi lineup for Pennsylvania residents only. Offer not valid with trade-in. Offer subject to credit approval by third party. Not all applicants may qualify. Stop in today at Cherry Hill Mitsubishi. Tell them PHLY sent you and receive a $100 restaurant.com gift card just for taking a test drive or completing a trade appraisal. I know some people buy Mitsubishis elsewhere. I just don't know why. Drive home in your new Mitsubishi today, just minutes from all bridges or available online 24/7 at cherryhillmitsubishi.com.
Next, let's talk about branded bills. Whether you need snapbacks, truckers, fitties, beanies, or tees, Branded Bills has you covered with performance and style. The fall's coming up. It's about to get windy and cold. You know you need to upgrade your hat game. I know I do. And Branded Bills will come in just in time for that. Looking for some gear to make your brand stand apart from the crowd? Branded Bills has you covered with the best custom headwear. Start your order and their dedicated team will help you create the exact custom apparel you need. They have a partnership with Penn State as part of their campus collection as well. Make sure you head to brandedbills.com and use code BBPHLY for 15% off your first order.
All right, should we continue with the exercise or go to Brandon Graham first?
Let's do the exercise and then we can close it. Oh, you tell me, is there some breaking news in the Brandon Graham?
You have to watch and find out.
Then what do you want to do? Think we should go to BG?
Why don't we go to BG?
All right.
And then we'll go to break after that, and then we'll come back. We'll take a little break from the exercise.
Ooh,
Catch our breath.
Poll in the chat, too. I love that.
Poll in the chat.
Yeah.
Interact with that. And for now, we send it to Brandon Graham from the set of the Unblocked podcast. Back on the PHLY Eagles podcast with the man himself, Brandon Graham. BG, we don't need to go too into it, but I will say, Zadarius Smith retires. Your locker is back open.
I didn't think about that. Dang, he did take my locker, didn't he?
He did take your locker.
Yeah.
Maybe that was the bad juju. They need to not give that to anybody else.
Man.
And just keep it on reserve.
Hey, I don't know what's going to happen, man. All I know is they going to figure it out.
They're going to figure it out. Somehow, somewhere, they're going to figure it out. All right, let's. Here's my question, because it plays into that.
Mm-hmm.
Zadarius Smith is gone. Nolan Smith's on IR. Patrick Johnson is the only edge rusher who has a sack this season.
Yep.
And because of that, we've seen Vic blitz a lot more this season than he did last season. A, what do you make of that? And B, as a defensive lineman, do you take offense at he doesn't believe that we can get home on our own, so he has to send blitzes?
Well, you could look at it so many different ways, but it depends on the quarterback you're playing too.
Okay.
If you blitzing a rookie quarterback, or you blitzing like some of the more inexperienced quarterback or people that hold the ball a little longer, then yeah. I mean, but you want to be able to play like a Mahomes or somebody where you strategically had different blitz dialed up in different moments, but you don't want to have to live on that the whole time, because what I've seen so far with the Eagles is every time we seem to blitz, sometimes it's always like one miscue or somebody didn't have a guy, or something like that. Not saying it in a bad way, but it's more like if we execute the blitz well, then yeah, I think we could do it. But it's been tough to leave your corners on a man-to-man. Even though they got a job to do, they got to make sure that they doing it. But most of the time, I like when Vic can run some zones and do more zone blitzes, if anything, so that people won't have to travel with some of the receivers. Because man, we definitely need some help in the back end as far as one side, and it's open for grabs for the guys there. I just hope that somebody's able to step up. But yeah, man, it's tough to see. As a D lineman, you want him to believe that y'all can get there before, but it's okay. We gotta. Every team ain't gonna have it like you've had it in the past, but I still think those guys can get the job done.
Do you rush any differently if you know a blitz is on?
Well, you trying to get there faster. You trying to get there because sometimes you send them more than you can block. So say it's a 6-man pressure where we got 6 guys coming. They only got 5 guys up front unless they keep the tight end in or the running back in, and then that helps us because that's one less guy in the route. And so as a defensive end, if anything, it's only going to create one-on-ones for you, but you got to make sure you get there fast.
And then if you know the blitz is coming from your side,
yes,
does that change anything?
Sometimes it does because
maybe they're going to play off of you.
I like when it's a blitz to my side because now it's about if they pick up the right person, or some people might pick up two, like one person. 2 people might pick up one person,
right? And
now one person is free, and that's where the confusion comes in. Depends on the type of where each guy is going in the blitz.
The two great defensive coordinators who you've had, Schwartz and Vic, neither of them like to blitz very often. Is there a coordinator you played for who did like to blitz, or who you thought was good at blitzing?
Oh no!
Every time this segment. Here's the deal.
We
do the show first, the full BG show, and then we do this after.
You know why I've been like this?
We've been here since 7 a.m. Yep. We're allowed to yawn.
Yep, and I've been like this. You know how they've been coming while we was talking. I'm just like, and it finally hit you at the end.
Looking off into the distance.
Yeah, just like, but the best one. Oh, you know what? The best one, he is McDermott, Sean McDermott.
Okay. Yeah, he dialed some stuff up.
Yeah, you know, that first year, I don't know why he got fired early on, but it was something to that. They just didn't believe in it right off the rip. Just lost a great.
Yeah, it was a tough spot to be in.
But he was up under him, and then look where he's at now.
Yeah,
look how
you're right.
I mean, they took a loss yesterday, but he's been doing a great job.
I'll always remember the game plan he had against Peyton your rookie year. I think it was like Keenan Clayton, who hadn't played all year long.
Oh yeah,
was like the guy in that game. He was like he's sending him in all these different creative ways.
Yep,
it was just a fun bespoke game plan.
It was fun, man. And was that the day DJ? Who was in there? Riley Cooper. When they did that play where he threw it back to DJ.
Was it the same game?
Nah, it probably was.
No.
Yeah. I'm just thinking that's how far. But I know Coach Reed was there during that time.
Okay. You mean the one when he laid down?
When he laid down, return? Yeah.
I think that was in New Orleans.
That was in New Orleans. You're right.
I meant Peyton Manning, not Sean Payton.
Oh, you said. Oh, okay. Yeah, Peyton Manning. Okay. Yeah.
That game was at the Link. Yeah.
Yep, at the Link, and they had the blue helmets on.
Yes.
They had the blue helmets on that game. Yep. Yeah. I think so.
Okay.
They did have the blue helmets because I remember a picture of me. I was about to get Peyton, and he threw it, and you could see him just like this. Like that's a picture of me right there about to get him, but he threw it real quick. It was incomplete because I sped him up.
Okay.
But that was a little moment for me because I was like, man, that's Peyton Manning.
This reminds me of it was your rookie year, right? When you said the thing about. Like you wanted to sack who was
Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers. Whisper
I
in his
said,
ear.
yeah, and I ain't know. That's a young me. I say,
yeah,
I'm gonna go whisper something in his ear. Sack, and boy, Coach Reed was like, "What are you doing?" And I didn't even know. I didn't know. It was just I was like, wow, they blew that up big time. I had to go to Coach Reed office.
Was that the first time?
He was like, come on, man, you giving them bulletin board material and all this stuff. And I learned a key lesson in that early. But yeah,
that didn't really stop you from talking to the media.
Oh yeah, nah. But it was only because I wasn't considered a bust at that time. So of course I'm playing too. I was a starter.
Yeah.
And so it was like, yeah, I'm gonna go out there. I'm gonna back it up anyway. But
I like the idea of whispering to him too.
Yeah. I sure remember me being in the locker room saying, yeah, I'm gonna whisper something in his ear. Sack. And it was like, I'm like, dang. Yeah, so that was funny. That was good.
Is that the most angry Andy was ever at you?
Nope. Mm-mm. Coach Reed definitely was just not about bulletin board material though.
Okay.
So he gave me a
What was the most angry he was with you?
Just me doing dumb stuff. You know, off the field, some stuff we can't talk about.
Okay. This is young you.
Young me. But you know, having to deal with some of the stuff, knowing that Dom deal with it, but him knowing about it and then me having to go talk to him too. Yeah,
like you're going to the principal's office.
Oh yeah. But one thing I can respect about Coach, he didn't hold grudges. So it was just like once he talked about it, it was over with. Mm-hmm.
How about other coaches?
Hold grudges.
Was Doug ever mad at you? Was Chip ever mad at you?
You know what?
Chip probably didn't even talk
Chip was. Yeah, Chip didn't really say much.
I'm excited for the.
But he was mad. I'm
excited for the week that they play the Raiders because we can have a whole discussion about Chip.
Yeah, Chip didn't. What I would say, Chip didn't like me in the beginning because I came in not 265 of what his outside linebackers normally be. I was coming in same as
very specific.
I was 280.
Yeah.
285 for real. Like D-line weight. Like I'm normally,
right.
That's what I played. But he, ever since then, like he didn't really rock with me. That's what I felt. I felt the tension. Felt the tension of that. And then he was like, well, he's not even going to make it through my practices and all this little stuff. Then of course, I'm like, man, I'm in shape, but I just didn't get to that level of where my weight, like,
felt
it
like
was
you
hard.
needed some power.
Yeah, but once I got to training camp, my weight was down. This was OTAs that I came in. He just got hired.
Yeah.
For real. And you just told me that you need me to be down, but they hold you to a high standard right off the rip. And I understood because you get I mean, I don't know when he got in as far as like when we hired him, but as soon as I talked with him, he was like, man, I'm thinking I want you to be this and that. Okay, I'll try to get there. Bet. And then you get back in April and they ain't there yet, even though I only probably had like 2 months. It take time.
Yeah.
But all off season I was working towards it. But after that he ain't really rock with me because he was already saying like most of the time his DMs would be like 6'5" and up, 6'4" and up.
Right. He wanted type.
Deion Jordan and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Marcus Mariota, all that.
Yep.
So yeah, it was Coach definitely.
Instead, he had to settle for Lane Johnson.
I know. Had to settle for Lane Johnson. Yeah. I'm like, boy, Lane, boy, he's still the one.
If he had
his
way, yeah, come on.
I'm glad he didn't have his way at that time.
How about Doug? Doug ever get mad at you?
Nah, not really. Doug was cool. Doug.
You didn't eat enough of your ice cream.
Oh yeah, well, Doug was cool. Nah, I don't remember specifics if Doug was mad. He was mad at the team, but like I didn't see him going off about our play. But
and then how about Nick?
Yeah, Nick.
Nick
you for sure. Yeah, the AJ thing last year. Yeah, that boy was so mad, but it was cool though, cause I learned a lot in that situation too. I learned a lot of good stuff in that situation. How quick it could turn another way.
You learned that if you're gonna say something interesting, make sure it's on your own podcast.
Well, yeah, that too. Cause I sure blew up WIP for a little second. They was hype about it. But it was it was something that happened that I ain't like that my phone was blowing up that night. So,
but also, listen, this is the thing we've talked about where sometimes you don't know where it's going to lead. I think that turned out to be a good thing.
I did too. I did too. And really, what I was saying was just everybody just handle your business in house. Don't let nobody the outside noise mess up what you and him or you and everybody else. Well, you and him know.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because nobody know nothing if I don't put that out there or if I don't say nothing. If I got a problem with you, I'm gonna come to you, and that ain't always easy. It's uncomfortable. Yes, it's uncomfortable, but don't let nobody. It'll be even more uncomfortable when you put it all out there, and then all these people like siding with what you thought should have been you,
right?
And then it's now siding with. It's really no sides. It's just about us coming up with some common ground where we both can say, you know what, we both felt hurt. I might have been overstepping, or I might have not. Whatever the problem was,
right.
Whatever it is, it's like y'all can handle that together.
Do you think they need that again this year?
I'm not sure. I will hope that whatever it is, you just keep it together. You know what I'm saying, with each other. Because man, it should, as men, we should all be able to just talk it out, and just be able to, man. You know what, man? I was wrong. I was wrong. I was wrong. I shouldn't have did that. I mean, man, if you take, I don't want you to say sorry on something that you don't feel you really should be, because if it's not something that you really did, then don't be sorry about it. But you know what? I can empathize with how you feel.
Sure.
But you know, I'm not sorry because I don't mean I meant that, you know, or whatever. But I can respect that more. You know, it's just, let's just handle our business with, you know, with any problems that come up, take care of them in-house, man, because you don't need everybody in there, because most people want you to be miserable. Most people want you to feel a certain way because they feel in a certain way in private. And so I know that I've learned that, like, man, you can't involve everybody in your business, because some people want you to fail. Some people want y'all to be at odds because maybe they don't like how y'all are friends and they want to be friends. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All that little stuff, man. It's some weird stuff that be going on out here these days, man. And
it's good like, therapist talk.
I'm just telling you, you just don't know, man. That's why they say keep all your stuff to yourself, all your wins, not completely to yourself, but you ain't got to tell everybody, because everybody ain't receiving or ain't as happy for you as you may think.
All right, Brandon Graham, everybody, more men talking coming up on the PHLY Eagles podcast.
Bet365 has 90 million users worldwide, and they live stream over 780,000 events each year with early payout offers across the NBA and NHL. Bet365 pioneered live in-game betting, and today they offer the widest range of games and markets available for live in-game betting across 78 sports. Whoa! Breaking news from Bet365. New customers now get $200 in bonus bets when you bet $5, win or lose. Sign up, use the code PHLY365, deposit $10, and place a bet for $5 to get $200 in bonus bets if your bet wins or loses. Bonus bets can be used on the spread, totals, player props, futures, and more. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary. At Bet365, must be 21 and older, and physically located in Pennsylvania. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Next, I got to talk to you about Mack Weldon. You know that one article of clothing that if you're folding all your clean laundry, you make sure it's at the top of the pile?
I'm wearing Mack Weldon boxers right now.
Oh,
this second.
I was going to say, is the Mack Weldon in the room with us right now?
Oh, yeah.
And it is. It always is. Because, again, today was laundry day. Top of the pile, baby. For me, it's always Mack Weldon. From the gym to a night out or summer adventures, you want clothes that feel comfortable anywhere. Mack Weldon's new tech linen does exactly that, combining the easy charm of classic linen with their Cool Max technology. Effortless style and comfort all fall long. Not flashy, just classic, always in style, and made from the world's most comfortable performance materials. Explore shirts, shorts, hoodies, and more at MackWeldon.com and get 25% off your first order with code PHLY. Get breathable clothes you can feel comfortable in all summer. Go to MacWeldon.com and get 25% off your first order of $125 or more with the promo code again, PHLY. That's MacWeldon.com. Again, promo code PHLY.
You Return of the Mac guy, or is that before your time?
I'm familiar with it. It's a little before my time, but again, not everything that happened before I was born am I not aware of. Like, we were talking about D'Angelo, our rest in peace, earlier. Like, that's a little.
We did. We thought about potentially just going fully nude in
we
honor
did not think about this.
D'Angelo and just going, close up on the pubic bone for this episode, but
we did not think about.
Unfortunately.
This. Maybe
shout out to
you thought
D'Angelo
about that.
Yeah,
shout out to D'Angelo.
What a
Joke
body!
aside,
oh my goodness,
he is like one of the most influential musicians / guitar players on the guitar community specifically. Like,
really,
you cannot hear like guitar in the modern era without really hearing his influence. I think.
Really,
yeah, like neo soul.
I can't look at a naked man without thinking about D'Angelo.
Yeah, you can't. The neo soul movement really starts with him in a way that, like, if you scroll on Instagram, if you like see like 10 different guitar players, like 8 of them are playing neo soul, and like it's all because of D'Angelo.
I had no idea.
Yeah, very influential.
Serves me right for just focusing on the body.
His picture was up in my like sister's room when we were kids. So
Okay,
I was always like, come on.
Now we're talking. She just loved neo soul guitars.
Yeah, exactly. That definitely was why it was up there. Just a real appreciation for the pioneering
yes.
A new genre of music.
All right, who's next on our list?
Okay, so it looks like we've got Harrison Bryant.
I
gotta clear out for you on Harrison Bryant. I feel like you have some things you need to unpack here.
I didn't think that I did, but I would go wouldn't do again here.
Oh, for sure. It wasn't costly, but you wouldn't do it again.
Here's the Harrison Bryant issue. Harrison Bryant was fine process. I would actually probably even just put it at meh.
No, I think he belongs in wouldn't do it again.
Because
we have to put somebody there.
You went him and Granson. You hope that one of those guys turns out fine. Granson has been fine. We'll get to him. But I still think the Eagles dropped the ball here in not adding a young tight end in the draft or undrafted free agency. But we're not factoring in the draft on this exercise.
No, wouldn't do it again because to me, Harrison Bryant represented like, well, if you need a dirty work tight end, this is the one that you might lean toward. Mm-hmm. The fact that he wasn't up for that job, I think it does have some slight ripple effects on the Eagles' run game.
Yeah. Okay. I'll let you.
I saw somebody call me a pushover millennial in the chat. I was like, I got to bring it this segment.
Okay. Got a Harry B.
Charlie Hewlett.
I
think meh.
Worked out fine, I guess. I mean, they haven't had any long snapper issues, even though he's got hurt. Yeah.
Worked out fine, I think, is acceptable.
Yeah.
Patrick Johnson.
Borderline move of the offseason.
I think let's put him up there and let's discuss it later.
Solid value for now, or you want to put
Let's put him in move of the offseason.
Oh, okay.
We'll only one guy can be the move of the offseason.
All right, I like that.
DTR, okay. It's going to be hard to unseat. All right. Azeez Ojulari.
I think it has to be meh right here because
I disagree.
Where are you going? Costly mistake?
Costly mistake.
I'm still holding space for the idea of Azeez Ojulari. I mean, he looked good last game. He had a better game than any edge rusher they've had, it seemed to me.
I know he didn't sign for a lot of money, but to me,
they spent more money on him than they spent on anybody else.
Yeah, and like that was like their one flyer. Right. Yeah, their one flyer on edge rusher. Well, obviously it's not their one flyer, but their biggest we are going to take a chance on a guy
inactive for 5 games.
Yeah, so I think it's costly mistake.
I think that's fair.
Yeah. Okay, who do we got next? Kylan Granson.
Worked out fine.
Oh, I would go solid value. I mean, he's fine.
I mean, he's not great.
All right, I could soften. When I'm looking at the guys in solid value, I think Granson belongs more in the worked out fine category.
Okay.
Avery Williams. It took me a second to figure out.
Costly mistake.
Yeah, I agree.
Not actually costly, but costly in the sense that Nick embarrassed himself at the owners' meeting.
Yeah, I got no argument.
I said offense.
Yeah,
costly mistake. I said costly.
Letting Oren Burks leave, I think worked out fine. Maybe even solid value.
Yeah, I was a little bit surprised at that, but given the fact that they then drafted Jahad Campbell, I think it worked out fine. It's okay.
I think you could even go solid value. Like you don't pay like a veteran linebacker that contributes mostly on special teams if you can backfill it with Jeremiah Trotter Jr. and Smile Mondon or obviously.
I think I'm willing to give that to you, but I think that we would view this differently if they didn't. I don't think that Jeremiah Trotter Jr. would have filled that hole the same way.
If he had to start the first 6 weeks, you'd rather have Oren Burks.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Worked out fine. I'm good with that. Adoree Jackson.
Costly mistake.
Yeah, I tend to agree.
Or wouldn't do again. I mean, it's not that costly, but it's cost.
Yeah,
it's the opportunity cost of that could have been somebody else.
I think we put it. You know what? I think we put it and wouldn't do again, and I'll explain why.
Okay.
Because I think it's important to remember that the Eagles took a lot of flyers on guys this offseason. They were taking chances, low percentage chances on a handful of players, hoping that some of them would hit, hoping that they wouldn't need some of them to hit because of the rookies that they had to backfill. I feel like with Adoree Jackson, like, what were you really going to expect from him? You know, like it wasn't, it's not like a realistic to think that he was going to step in and be like a really good starter. I think
this level of play is exactly what you should have expected.
Yeah, so I think wouldn't do it again is probably a fair descriptor for it. I mean, honestly, I'm more between meh and wouldn't do it again. I think like it is costly that they haven't fixed that cornerback 2 spot, but I think that's more the way that they approached it as a whole rather than just signing Adoree.
Yeah, I don't think they got bad value from Adoree Jackson.
Exactly.
I just think that if they didn't sign Adoree Jackson, they could have signed somebody else.
Yeah,
who might have had a wider variance and could have provided you a little bit more upside.
Okay. I think wouldn't do it again is probably
okay.
Right,
I think that's fine.
Yeah. AJ Dillon.
Costly mistake. Why is he playing?
I think it's fine. I think it worked out fine.
Why is he playing? They have Tank Bigsby and Will Shipley healthy. Why is AJ Dillon getting snaps?
He looks good.
Yeah, you like that fumble?
Okay, you know what I mean though. Like he has looked productive.
I think it's meh.
I would say worked out fine.
I think he's taking snaps away from guys who should get them anyway.
Yeah, but if the Eagles offense was more functional, I could make an argument.
All right.
Like
you want to stand on the table for AJ Dillon and all he stands for, that's fine with me.
All right, fine. Worked out fine. Because I'm not doing that.
Okay.
Kendall Lamb. We should have polled the chat to see who knew who that was.
I think that's meh.
Yeah, I think it's meh.
I think it was a fine swing to take, and they didn't. Yeah. It was no guaranteed money, I think.
Yep. Terrace Marshall. I think that's also
meh.
Yeah, I think it's just whatever. Matt Pryor.
Worked out fine.
Yeah, I think it's like by the skin of his teeth.
Yeah.
He's in worked out fine.
Yeah.
Like you need some depth there.
Yeah.
It's fine. Kenny Pickett.
Well, so how are we distinguishing between Kenny Pickett and Dorian Thompson-Robinson? Because Kenny Pickett is the one who should be borderline move of the offseason, not Dorian Thompson-Robinson.
Yeah, you're probably right. As much as I hate to admit it.
Okay. So put Pickett up there next to Patrick Johnson.
Don't drop DTR.
Drop DTR.
No.
Drop DTR to meh.
No, don't put him in meh. What about
what do you mean what about?
You gotta help my guy here. I think solid value.
What do you mean? Solid value.
This is a bad faith argument by me.
This is terrible.
Worked out fine. It worked out fine.
No, meh.
It was
It
fine.
didn't work out fine.
They got a pick. It was just
But the pick is for Pickett.
Yeah, but they took a flyer on DTR, and that's the process that gets you.
I cannot believe you're fighting for worked out fine. He's not on the team.
He could have been fine. But
it didn't work out fine.
I'll never forget those 4 practices where he looked like
send him to the Canton.
He looked like a competent emergency quarterback. All right, we got the two big ones left.
Who's that first one?
CJ Gardner-Johnson.
Oh,
I think that might be move
solid value.
You can make an argument for move of the season.
This is again, it's tough because it's in conjunction with Kenyon Green. I think the
decision to move on from CJ.
I think solid value because I honestly I don't know that CJ Gardner-Johnson, if he were still here, would be the kind of headache that it seems like he's been in Houston and Baltimore.
It's just crazy. I don't know if our listeners saw CJ Gardner-Johnson was released from the Ravens practice squad earlier today. It was a mutual decision between the Ravens and his agent, reportedly. This is from Adam Schefter. Basically, like the Ravens trading for a safety made CJ Gardner-Johnson want to find a new home off of a practice squad. It's just crazy, like how many opportunities he's gone through in the last 12 months. Yeah, I think solid value is probably fair, but it still is crazy to me. It's like what's happened since they traded him has really like validated the decision to trade him. So, although it's not like they're like rock solid. I mean, Andrew Cooper's had some mistakes. And if you have CJ, do you draft an offensive lineman?
Right. Or an edge rusher.
Yeah.
We've got one person left to talk about.
Save the biggest one for last.
That's Isaiah Rodgers, the thumbnail. And unfortunately, we don't have time to get to it until overtime. All right. Isaiah Rodgers, the one who got away. What could have been? How do you feel?
First off, the chat says that Fred Johnson worked out fine. So just wanted to make sure we got that one clear. I think we have him.
Isn't that where we have him?
Yeah, we have him. I just wanted to validate.
Okay, so it's important that we let the chat weigh in on them agreeing with the one thing we already have.
All right, don't be a tyrant. They voted. There were 75 people who voted.
Oh, that was a voting poll.
Yeah,
I see. I apologize.
Yeah. Get him, chat. All right. I mean, Isaiah Rodgers pretty clearly fits into costly mistake. Like,
yes.
Now, I used to make the argument that like the money that you spend to keep Dallas Goedert was like the inflection point. Like if you could choose one or the other,
we could have had that.
Oh yeah, we could have. But where would you put him?
Solid value.
Yeah, I mean he's been playing well, so I think it's fair. But I don't think it is as mutually exclusive as I painted it to be. Like the Isaiah Rodgers, Dallas Goedert, like or any of like the singular decisions. I think they probably could have afforded to keep him.
I think so too.
Yeah, and I do think it is a costly mistake. Obviously, it's been costly.
No doubt. And I think the Eagles wanted to bring Isaiah Rodgers back.
Yes,
but they didn't blow him away. They didn't want him that badly.
Right. Yeah.
And there's also then the distinction of, okay, if we know that they wanted him back and they weren't willing to blow him away, that means that they acknowledged that Keely Ringo probably wasn't ready to start. And so
all of
from there, they proceeded and answered that by taking a flyer on Adoree Jackson and drafting Mac McWilliams in the 5th round.
Yeah.
And then trading for Ja'Cory Bennett. Is that good enough? In conjunction with what they left at edge? Probably not.
Yeah. No, I completely agree. It's just, it is hard, especially with like what we know about the Eagles and like their ability to kind of work around salary cap constrictions. Like it doesn't feel like as much of a financial decision as more of just like a mismanagement of the situation in free agency.
Yeah, it is rare for the Eagles to want to retain a homegrown, but a player from their own roster.
You hear Howie Roseman talk about like wanting to like have the best evaluation of your own guys. Like you don't want somebody to leave. The Isaiah Rodgers situation is something that Howie Roseman has talked about, like that exact situation, not wanting that stuff to happen. Like you don't want a player to leave your building and show that they are, the type of player that Isaiah Rodgers has shown to become somewhere else. So I think that their internal evaluation of him was probably accurate, maybe a little bit lower.
Light enough.
Yeah, but it's still just like it's a rare thing that we see from the Eagles, but still like, I think it has been a costly mistake. Not like I know like he's had like the splashy plays, but even just like competent cornerback play. Like even without the splashy plays, like it's just it's really showing up in how the secondaries look this year.
So if you could wave a magic wand and fix corner 2 or edge 1 or edge 2, let's call it, which one do you think would make a bigger difference?
The tricky thing is like, how am I fixing edge 1 in this scenario? Like it's not like the thing about the Isaiah Rodgers.
Let's just say it's Josh Sweat.
Yeah, I would do Isaiah Rodgers. Like doing guys.
How nice for you.
I would definitely choose Isaiah Rodgers.
He's no D'Angelo.
That is true. I would choose Isaiah Rodgers because I think the impact is probably a little bit higher than Josh. I could see a world where Josh Sweat is on this team and the edge rusher rotation still isn't good enough. But if you told me that Isaiah Rodgers was a second corner and Quinyon Mitchell was like the star, the guy who follows everyone or follows each week, follows the number one receiver each week, like I feel really, really good about that secondary. And again, we saw like Isaiah Rodgers last season, he wasn't perfect. You know, he had some struggles at the catch point, but I mean, he came in and made big plays like in relief duty on multiple occasions in a way where, again, and like I just keep going back to the offseason when it happened. I was like, man, I'm surprised the Eagles wouldn't do that. So yeah, I want to like make a little bit of like space. I know I always say that, but I want to make a little bit of space for like something, you know, this happening or like there being more to this than it's just like the Eagles just didn't value him. Because like I said, I agree with you. I think they did value him, but
not enough.
Yeah, exactly. But not in a way like to avoid like they valued Zack Baun and they valued Saquon Barkley. They got those guys done before free agency.
Exactly.
They weren't aggressive, to get him back.
A good point in the chat from Ayush who says we forgot about Bryce Huff. Where would you put Bryce Huff? That trade.
Honestly, I'd probably put it and wouldn't do it again.
I agree.
I mean,
given the way that they're edge rusher, I mean, I think that was probably just a marriage that had soured.
Yeah,
I think there was no coming back.
There is like, but it's important to remember that like this guy clearly was like just not happy.
Didn't want to be here.
Yeah. So that factors into it. But I mean,
I think you just make it meh. I think it's like you take your loss.
I think you almost do you think it's just like, I mean, he's got 3 sacks this season.
Yeah.
Do you think that it's like he just wasn't a good fit for Vic and you just say whatever?
Probably.
We just cut our losses.
Yes.
Okay. I mean, that's fair, but when you look at the Eagles edge group, it is hard to like square that they spent $51 million a year ago on Bryce Huff, and he's got 3 sacks for the 49ers right now.
I agree.
So,
all right, now we have to do the last thing. What's the move of the offseason? Is it Kenny Pickett or what was the other one?
Who was the other one?
Kenny Pickett or Patrick Johnson
or DTR if I want to sneak him in there. It's really.
I mean, if you look at this, it paints probably the accurate picture of the Eagles offseason, don't you think?
Like that the guys who left were solid value.
Yeah,
and then like
if you had done this last year, move of the offseason would have been Saquon Barkley or Zack Baun.
That is a very good point. Yeah, so see. The tier list.
Yeah.
Come on. We got to get a little love for the tier list. There
been a year when it was A.J. Brown.
Yeah.
Now we're debating whether it's Patrick Johnson or getting a pick for Kenny Pickett.
I mean, I feel like in the spirit of the tier list, we should probably go with an acquisition. Can I throw a Josh Uche in there?
You can. I will rebuff it.
It's Patrick Johnson, but that does say a lot about like, I know they didn't have much money to spend, but still, like, dang, that's tough. The answer is Jihad Campbell, but like we're not doing draft picks. Stuff. Yeah.
I might go Pickett.
Trading Pickett. That's like the Tanner McKee inclusion.
All right, let's go Patrick Johnson.
Yeah, it's got to be.
Congratulations to Patrick Johnson
to join Saquon Barkley, AJ Brown, who would have been the year before.
Who would have been in 2023? DeAndre Swift.
Yeah. I mean, I can.
Right.
Eagles 2023. If you can.
By the way, Patrick Johnson, who didn't even make the Week 1 roster, much to the chagrin of the people who correctly predicted that he should have been on it.
I mean, you lost. It's okay. 2023 was also a pretty bad offseason. So, like James Bradbury.
Right.
No, because he just re-signed.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, their acquisitions were pretty bad that offseason too. It's another 2023 comparison. Yeah.
All right. Good stuff. We can also say Zack Baun. Which we didn't.
No, but that's an extension. I don't think extension.
But he was a free agent. It's not an extension.
Yeah, but
they re-signed him.
No, they re-signed him a couple days before free agency.
Yeah, but he was due to be a free agent. It's different than like extending Saquon.
I don't consider that to be the same category.
I do.
Well, no, I mean it's acquisitions or departures. We're not doing like that was a retention, not an acquisition.
But all the people we're talking about who left would have been retentions.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing as Isaiah Rodgers, except they actually got him.
I don't think that you could call Zack Baun the move of the season. It's more cut and dry. I guess like the spirit of the exercise is like the decisions that they had to make.
Yeah. But they had to make a decision to re-sign Zack Baun. I don't understand why you don't think that counts.
Then fine, Zack Baun is the move of the offseason. Yeah. But
it's more fun for it to be Patrick Johnson.
It's more fun for it to be like the newcomers and then the outgoings to me.
Okay.
Not the like, we saw this guy be awesome for 17 games and we re-signed him.
Yeah, but that's part of the deal.
Oh, sure.
With Isaiah Rodgers too.
Yeah.
And Josh Sweat and Milton Williams, like all of these guys.
I understand the departures
in
the same category. Well, then you would add Zack Baun and Saquon Barkley.
Well, Saquon wasn't a free agent. That one wouldn't count.
I mean, it's the same thing, though.
It's not the same thing. One guy would have hit the open market, the other guy wouldn't.
All right, I get it. All right, fine. Zack Baun, move of the offseason.
Zack Baun, second tier behind Patrick Johnson.
I like that.
Okay. What else is going on in your life? How was your beat writer long weekend?
It was good. I was really annoyed. I couldn't sleep past 7 a.m. on Sunday. I don't know why.
Bad job by you.
Yeah, it was tough. I made some brisket. It was pretty good. Wasn't great.
What would you change? Or what?
You know,
what wasn't great?
You asked me, so I'm going to answer it in the weeds. I use a pellet smoker, which is kind of frowned upon by like half the barbecuing world because it's not the most like hardcore, like wood burning offset smoker setup. And I do think that the pellet smokers have like certain limitations, and one of them, and this is like a hot take. I haven't read this anywhere. This is my personal opinion at this point. I think if you have a really, really good brisket, because when I was trimming this brisket, I'm like, my God, this thing looks incredible. Like, the marbling in here is unbelievable. I think, see, I get excited. I think when it's like that marbled and you have that much fat to render, you can't do it on a pellet grill. I think.
Why?
Because you can't heat up a pellet grill the same way you can with an offset. Like you have to cook. For me, I have to cook a brisket in like the low 200s. On an offset, you cook it in the high 200s because it's actually offset heat. Like it's a more indirect heating system.
Okay.
With the pellet grill, the heating source is in the bottom. You have a deflector shield. The shield gets hot. Like you have to be more careful on a pellet smoker, so you can't render fat as effectively. You need that heat.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, so it was still pretty good though. It looked good. I posted a picture of it. Did you hear what Handsome Rich called it?
No.
Food porn.
Oh, I did hear. Yeah, I did hear.
It was like in like the 3rd minute of the show. I was like, we're off to a bad start here. But yeah, otherwise, I did have something else I wanted to ask about on the podcast, but now I can't think of what it is. So, you got anything? How was your day off?
Good. Kids had the day off, so went to the Franklin Institute.
Yeah,
that was fun.
I was at a wedding at the Franklin Institute.
Leah, we're moving Leah. We're transitioned her to her own room over the past couple nights, which is good, but that means I'm sleeping on the floor of that room to help her get through the night. So they've been some long nights.
Okay.
Adding to the loopiness.
Yeah, if you got to sleep on the floor, is it too early? I don't know anything about parenting.
No, because she's got to get there eventually. This is helping her through the transition.
Yeah, it makes sense. Well,
I'm on night duty. I
respect that you're not alternating with your wife on this one.
No, the nighttime is my time.
Okay.
That's my purview.
She's sleeping through the night.
She's sleeping through the night, but she's like
tossing and turning.
And needs a pacifier. Yeah.
It's exciting. What is like the most exciting time? Like of like between like newborn and like 4? What's like the one thing when they start
a whole
doing
lot of life there? That's
but like what's like the one thing that when they start doing it's like, oh man, this is so cool.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, all of it. Every stage is fun.
What a cop out.
That's not a cop out.
It is.
Right now, I would say it'll be great when she's crawling, but then when she's talking, it's all great. You see them grow up. That's fantastic.
Yeah, you gotta have a favorite. I'll ask you off.
I don't have to have a favorite. What do you know about it?
I know nothing. I've raised 2 dogs, but that's not the same. Although there are some similarities.
Don't get me started here.
I think there are some similarities there.
They're both living beings.
Yeah, that grow up in front of your eyes. You got to raise them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I just said I don't know anything about parenting, so
Yeah.
I watch my sister parent. She seems pretty good at it.
Okay.
So
She learned from D'Angelo.
that's the other sister.
All right. Good stuff on the PHLY Eagles podcast. Back tomorrow. It's Amina Kimes Wednesday. Look forward to that. On Thursday, it's the first day for our new Eagles producer.
Ooh.
So we look forward to introducing you to that person. May or may not know them.
You may or may not know that.
We'll have Fran as well. And then, of course, the professor on Friday.
We have a special guest on Thursday, too.
That's what I just said.
Oh, I thought you. Oh, I get what you're
You
saying
understand now.
I got confused. You know why I got confused, too.
And people are worried about Julia. Julia's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
She's just being freed up a little bit. She doesn't have to be tethered to us. Hopefully, we'll get her laugh track.
She got sick of us.
Yeah. Thank you, Andrew. You look great. That'll do it for this episode of the PHLY Eagles podcast. Elevator's still broken, so we're gonna jump out the window.
Anyone else you want to thank?
Nope. Thanks, Brandon Graham, for walking up 7 flights of stairs today.
What about the chat?
Nah.
How was BG when he got up to
Oh, we didn't get the super chats.
Oh, well, how was BG out of breath when he got to the top of the stairs?
Yeah, which makes me feel better. Yeah, I mean, it's a professional athlete. He's out of breath.
What to say?
It's good for us. Alex Medina with the super chat says, "Why are people acting like a Super Bowl hangover doesn't exist? But I am aware they should be doing better."
It's fair.
I think the difference is in this not just being sort of general run of the mill leftover is one, it's not entirely injury related, although I think that is a real part of it. The biggest difference is they seem miserable over there. Yeah. It's not like,
But that could be, I was going to say that could be the Super Bowl hangover.
That could be part of it.
But this is something that's been going on for years. Like, this is, like, I don't think that this is new stuff. I think it's really, like, the culmination
and you would have hoped that winning the Super Bowl might alleviate some of that stuff.
Yeah.
But I think that is fair perspective to be like, listen, they were bad, or they were 4-2, mediocre last year at this point too. They deserve some grace to be able to turn things around. I think we are reflecting what seems to be consternation in the building.
Yes, I would agree with that.
Fresh Prince. Jalen hasn't been playing well the last 2 weeks. The offense is predictable because there are plays that Jalen likes. Shouldn't coaches work with him to get better at things that he doesn't like? Yes. I think that is a real dynamic going on in that building. Is as Jalen's power grows, rightfully so, given everything he's done, maybe the offense is leaning into some things that he likes, but the job of the coach is not to do what Jalen wants to do. It's to do what's best for the team. And so if he has to have tough conversations and ask Jalen or tell Jalen to do things differently on offense, that's part of the job.
Yeah. I mean, I was going to say Fresh Prince is like an astute observer and listener to all things Eagles based off of that question, because that is the question, in my opinion.
Alex Medina checks back in. Who's going to contribute more to the Eagles? Tank Bigsby or Golden Tate?
Well, Tank Bigsby's like EPA is definitely in the negatives.
Yes.
I feel like Golden Tate probably wasn't.
Well, Golden Tate was a much higher pick. It's a third-round pick.
Relative
it was
to
a
investment.
bad trade, but he did make a key play in the playoffs.
Relative to investment, you could make an argument for Tank Bigsby, but just like pure like
Bigsby's under contract next year.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
He's got some work to do.
And I think we'll see. I think there's a chance he's the backup running back next year, or at least ahead of AJ Dillon.
Don't speak too fast now.
He should be anyway. So I think we will look back fonder on the Bigsby trade than the Tate trade.
Yeah, I would agree with that. He's just got more time to as this is a soccer expression, but put it right. I don't think it's soccer. I think it's just British. Just put it right.
Put it right where?
No. Absolutely not. 20 minutes into overtime and you're asking me that. This wasn't actually a loopy Tuesday. It was a pretty
No, it wasn't that loop. It
substantive
was honestly
show.
not loop. I was loopier out there.
You'll never guess what I'm over here looking up.
Where to put it?
No. AJ Dillon's success rate. I feel like he's been fine. It's not bad.
Yeah, it's fine. But those carries also could have gone to somebody else.
It's a small sample size. It's probably
And
not
he
fair.
fumbled.
I mean, you're gonna.
And he
you're
dropped
gonna
the
bury-
ball on the kickoff return. Out of bounds. One of the funniest plays I've ever seen.
All I'm saying, he's been okay. He's got the second highest success rate on the team, behind Jalen Hurts.
So
I don't want to be like the defender of AJ Dillon here. I'm just saying.
he's your new DTR. All right, that'll do it. Thanks everybody for watching. Subscribe, like the video, all that good stuff. Yell it from the rooftops. PHLY! Yeah! Anyway, talk to you tomorrow. As always, we love you.
We all city like the mayor.